Hello, 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 hello. Dirty trucking, back at home. Another Horizon situation going on where you just up and abruptly terminate somebody. But I knew something was up because I hadn't worked in 3 days. Then I called this morning about 49, 50 something. You got a load, and the dispatcher talking all funny. Talking about, let me see if they put anything on you. Let me go down the list. Juanita Morgan. Well, we got a hazmat load here over at Link. So I tell him, I said, well, y'all know about the hazmat thing over there. They don't want to put the placards in the proper place where they're supposed to go. And he tells me they supposed to put them on. Then I kind of paused on it. He said, oh, well, just wait for your dispatcher to come back in. She be back. They done stepped out. No, you done stepped out because you set this bullshit up. So I called back. I said, you know what? Never mind. Put the load on me, because the other guy that assisted me Tuesday said if I need him on, just pull up to the security window there, and we get it straightened out. So I had him put the load on me. So I gets over there, get to the truck, deadhead down there to the yard over there at Michigan and Clark in Detroit, and I pull in there, I go pick up the load, get ready to get the load. I see it's a hazmat sticker. The stickers. I said, I know it's hazmat. So I tell her, hey, I'm going to need some assistance to get these stickers on the side, because they have an unsafe ladder there. The ladder needs to be taken out of there. It's about to collapse. The welding is broke on the bottom rail. The rail is bent. Looked like somebody ran over it or forked it. I don't know what the fuck they did. But it's unsafe. It's not level. It's rocks. Because I witnessed one of their workers Tuesday who assisted me to get them in the proper place. See, I do my job. There's a reason that they have those placards up high on those containers. It's a reason for it. And I've never seen any company go against the policy of putting placards where they're supposed to go. The manufacturer of those containers put the placard, little square thing, in the spot where they should go. What do you think that's for? You think that's up there for fucking decoration? That's for us to look at? That's for you to make a decision to put them somewhere else? Now, in the eyes of DOT, standing level is still good. As long as you got them on all four sides, you good. That's with DOT. That's when you riding around here delivering. Not when you going on the rail yard. There's another regulation of that. That is the ARR. Though it may be legal for DOT, it may not be for them, due to the placement of the containers. And I'm shocked that you sit up here and act like all y'all is boo-boo the motherfucking fool. I haven't been in this company but 3 months. And I'm telling you, this is not my first time picking up hazmat. But here within the past 2 weeks of picking up hazmats, they call themselves trying to implement some new shit. I don't know what this is, where you saying they're going to be standing level. Maybe you looked at your own ladder and seen it was dangerous. I said, no, these are up high because of the placement on the containers. I'm not delivering this load nowhere in Detroit or in the vicinity for you to put them standing height only. If it was going to be immediate delivery, oh, well, fine. You can slap them on there where the hell you want to. As long as they're on all four sides, we get the front and back. But see, this is where the problem come in. It was my company that was telling me they were supposed to be putting them on. And they had been putting them on. And they had been in the right place. I remember picking up a hazmat load before that she had issued me some hazmat stickers, got to the container. They were already on there. They were in the proper place. But I couldn't take the trailer because it had a bad tire that needed to be changed. So I had to be taken off the load. Every time I've been over there by the hazmat, this is recent they started doing this shit. And I'm getting sick and tired of these motherfucking companies setting up this bullshit so you can terminate somebody. Now, my $300 Bose earbuds came up stolen. You got all this ruckus going on over there. Now I'm terminated. Because I believe they was stolen at that same location where I'm having this problem at. I don't play no games. And I don't like nobody interfering with me doing my job. And I damn don't like working for no company where you got people advising me, telling me to do something that clearly does not have any idea of the rules and regulations of the rail yard or why they really want them hazmat stickers up high. So let me tell you what happened, because in the first video, I said I don't know if they can get fined. So I come home. I started Googling shit and researching this shit. Federal Motor Carrier has a department that regulates the railroad safety. But there's also another department that oversees this railroad and got better documentation on the placement of the hazmats. And I found, I'm going to Google the definition what I found. Why they say they placed up high. Because they need to be visible, free of obstruction. That's why. And see, they stack those containers. See, this is not like dry van. These motherfuckers at this company must think I'm brand new, ain't never been to a rail yard. I've been to a rail yard long before I got to you. Long before I even started fucking with these rail yards around here in Detroit. I've been out of state rail yards. That's why they didn't have to put my driver's license back in there. I'm in there. Once you in there, you in there. I'd have been out of Florida. I'd have been to ports. I'd have been to everything. So don't tell me where that shit's supposed to go and ain't supposed to go. I know where they're supposed to go. Even on dry van, the hazmat, some of them got the ones where they got the old school on there, where they already got the hazmat little things built in. All you got to do is flip them over to the ones what you hauling, the hazmat class you hauling. Them old school ones. Then the other ones, okay, because they got all these different chemicals and shit with these different numbers and shit. Okay, they got the little square thing on the side where you slip them in, secure them. But see, on dry van, that's standing height only. Dry van is standing height only. If you're hauling a hazmat. If there was a hazmat that went, if you used a reefer to haul a hazmat, standing height only. The rules depend on where it's going. How's it being transported? That's where it falls into play. Now, a container can have standing height only if you're riding around the city and it's finna be delivered. But not on the rail yard. Now, I see if I picked up in Detroit and it's finna be delivered somewhere still here in Michigan. That's no problem. I can slap them side ones on anywhere because I know I'm finna go deliver real quick. Then I can just whip them back off when I get unloaded. The loads I do, that company sent me there for, that they do. Now, they got two sides of this company. Ones that go out of state, down there to the rail yards. The other ones that deliver this little local shit around here. Okay, that's different. When it's local, you ain't got no issue. You delivering local, you get the shit back off there. If it's standard height. And if you get loaded like that, standard height. But you can't do it when it's got to go down there placement on the rail train. Because you want to know why. Because you don't know where they're going to place it at. They stack them. And if it ends up in that bottom caboose with that rail, it's possible that hazmat sticker, because you don't have it high enough, is obstructed. And if they can't see the full hazmat placard, they could get fined for it. And I wonder how much is a fine for an obstructed hazmat placard on a train. And see, what else would they might do? Okay, if the rail yard get fined for hauling or loading a container on there in that caboose and it got obstructed, or it's obstructed in that caboose. Okay, how much to fine? Now what you think gonna happen? Okay, now they gonna look up the company that brought it down there. What you think they finna do with that company? What you think that company finna do? Now they gonna look up the driver that put the shit on there. Or they gonna look up, was it already preloaded and on there? Or did our driver pick it up and put them on there like that? Well, what they gonna do is put that fine on somebody. And they ain't gonna take the blame for it. Had I let them do that, and I pulled that out of there, and it ended up on a train, and it was obstructed, and that train down there, Union Pacific or down there in Illinois, that's who down there. If they hauled out of there and put that on the train, the federal motor carrier whip up in there, whoop, whoop. See a container that has an obstructed placard. What you think they finna do? Oh, they finna get fined because they pulling it. And now what you think they finna do? They finna find out who brought that shit in there. And what you think the company who dropped it down there finna do? They wanna find out who actually put that physically shit on there like that. Because they trying to put the blame on somebody. So now, you deliberately send me back to that goddamn yard, knowing that we was having an issue with the hazmat placard. And now, after this all went down, I'm in the office. So I tell the guy, I said, he done immediately told me that they not finna put the placards on the side. We're gonna put them standing around. I said, you can't do that. These go stacked on the train down there. You can't do that. He said, well, he's not gonna do it. I said, well, hey, just replace your ladder out there. You got an unsafe ladder. But in the meantime, somebody's still gonna have to assist me to put them in the proper place. I'm gonna haul it. If I'm hauling it with my CDL, it's gonna be placed in the proper place. Not where the company wanted to place that. It's gonna be placed in the proper motherfucking place. If you got something up there for me to fix it to, the trailer, that's where the fuck it's gonna be. That's where, or in the vicinity of it. If I can't reach all the way up there, if the ladder don't let me reach up there, it's gonna be close by. But it's gonna be in the vicinity where they said. So I Googled where they wanted. Is there any kind of regulations tell you the height of the placards on a container? What is it? It's really, what regulation is? It's really not that much wording on it, but I found some stuff. I found a recommendation. The recommendation said they want the hazmat placards 5 feet from the bottom of the container. That is the recommended placement of them, which would make sense that if I'm 5'10", and you saw my reach on the side of the trailer from standing room, okay, now had I been standing at the bottom edge of that container and reached and that marked my 5 feet on me, I bet you would probably be in the same position as that silver thing, whatever you call it, the hazmat affixment. I call it the box for the hazmat placards. Probably 5 feet. But the lady over the dispatcher here. Okay, now dispatch. I called dispatch back. Get the other guy on the phone. He want to talk this calm down shit. I said, what are you doing? See, you trying to incite more shit. Y'all sent me over here. Now, this guy telling me what he wasn't going to do and all this. I get on the phone, get the dispatcher, another dispatcher on the phone. He said, well, he just got through calling your dispatcher over here. And I said, well, he said he just called my dispatcher. He said, no, he really didn't call your dispatcher. He ended up talking to the lady that oversees the dispatch here. And he said, well, if you really want to go, if you want to go pull the hazmat, you can go ahead and get it. Okay, no problem. But what he told me that they neglected to tell me before I got there is that this company's come to some verbal agreement that he's going to allow them, they're going to allow him to put it at standing height only. Okay, well, you going to allow him to pay the motherfucking fine too? You going to allow him to put it at standing height only, then this company going to allow him to pay the fine. But he ain't going to pay the fine. You going to pay the fine because it's your load. They loaded it. You let him put them sides on. I'm free. I ain't got nothing to do with the side stickers. I put the front and back on. But as a resolution to the whole problem, I said, hey, just replace the ladder. You have an OSHA issue here. That ladder is unsafe. And I'm going to attach a picture to this video so you can see. And I'm going to put it on the other video that I put on it so you can see how unsafe that ladder is. And what I saw that guy going through that actually stood on that ladder Tuesday. I only worked one day. I got a high school reunion coming up. I done booked my cruise. I still owe my motherfucking cruise. And these bitches, these bastards, done set me up to get terminated, and you did it on fucking purpose. It was fucking deliberate. And I find it fucking ridiculous that the dispatchers, that guy over there at that yard who claimed he was safe. Wait a minute, let me tell you what, let me restate what he said when I asked him about replacing that unsafe ladder over there. Because The bald-headed guy last week told me I need to go ahead and use a ladder because he made a big issue out of it. Now, they Romulus yard. I had to have them, I picked up a load there that they loaded in a trailer that was still hazmat placard. And, I Googled that. It's some controversy about that. Who's supposed to take the stickers off? And I read something where it says the shipper's supposed to take it off. That's what I read. But 9 times out of 10, it ends up being the driver. But I also read about the dilemma and the safety issue with these containers placing those placards because they so high up. And removing them because they so high up. It's been an ongoing safety thing. But that's the way they want them to fix that. Not the way the company and this guy over here who claim he's safety agree to do because he don't want to do. But you've been doing. So you going to set this shit up to find a way to fire my ass like I'm in the wrong here. I'm not in the wrong here. This company is. And that safety guy over there is. You know damn well hell the reason why those placards are high up in the air. And you're going to sit up here and terminate me, try to make me look like I did something wrong. And I'm over here going back and forth. I told the guy, just replace the ladder. You ain't even had to say nothing else about it. But what he did was, he turned around and told me, no, he wouldn't. You ain't going to replace the unsafe ladder. So I said, well, where's your safety at? Because I've never heard anybody say this. You got an unsafe ladder that I looked at and witnessed one of your workers assisting me put some hazmat stickers on Tuesday. Light would have probably broke his neck if he'd have fell off of there. He said, no, he ain't going to replace it. I said, they get fined for that. You told me no. A safety person that tells you no, that they're not going to replace an unsafe piece of equipment that you got drivers using needs to be fired. I don't give a damn how long you've been there. You just told me you're not going to replace an unsafe piece of equipment. I offered. I said, I have no problem placing them on there. Get a safe ladder. He said no. I said, well, give me safety. I said, I can't believe y'all going to keep that there. I mean, how many drivers use that? You up in here in this office, you ain't monitoring out there. Them drivers probably pulling up there. Even your workers probably pulling up there using that goddamn ladder, stepping on it. The minute that motherfucker collapse because of the condition it's in, and when you see it, you're going to be shocked. The minute they collapse, and they got a lawsuit here, then what you going to do? What you going to try to tell me you shouldn't have got on it? You seen it was like that? No, I tried to tell you get rid of it before it get to that point. And now, what kind of driver would I be if I sit up there and come in there knowing that that's like that, and they got me pulling hazmat? And I know other drivers are coming there getting up on that. You may not care about your safety, but I care about mine. The weld was broken on it. It's not level. It's rocking. The stairs bent. It's not sturdy. It's unsafe. All he had to do was just say, well, we're working on a new ladder. And right now, in the meantime, we can temporarily assist you getting them on the side in the proper place until we get the ladder. That's all you had to do, man. That was the quick remedy. And instead of sitting up there arguing with me back and forth about the proper placement of it, you're not going to get me to blame for a rail yard getting fined because they were in an improper place. And you know it. You've been putting them in the proper place. What's the sudden switch now? No, this company set that bullshit up. And now let me tell you what happened. What they doing here. And went back with Uber. Because I wanted to get with Uber before I even got with this company to free myself from that. Let me tell you what's going on with Uber. Still can't get no car. So they want me to sit up here and get evicted. You trying to cause an eviction. My high school reunion, I got to finish paying for that by September 2nd. You done interfered and prevented me from my scheduled plans, my vacation, because of something you know you wrong on. You wrong. Do you understand me? You wrong. He wrong. And that piece of unsafe equipment, you wrong for having it in your yard. You wrong for what you did. See, I think this is retaliation. And they got whistleblower laws for retaliation. I have every right to request that they be put in the proper place. Now, if this company would advise me before I got there, well, we gonna go ahead and we've been pulling them out of there standing height only, taking them over to the yard here in Detroit. We ain't had no problem with them. No, you ain't had no problem yet. You want to know why? Because those guys just picked those boxes up and set them on the train. They ain't looking at where you got the goddamn hazmat sticker is. And you know that. They tearing holes in them goddamn containers. You think they know they gonna tell that? Or paying attention to that? They know they tore a hole in it. But they let you come in there and pull that shit out of there. You ain't had no problem with it because the rail yard ain't noticed it. And when the only time they probably gonna notice it is if they put it in the bottom caboose and Federal Motor Carrier happen to see it, come in there and find that it's obstructed. And they gonna get immediately fined. And it's gonna be all your goddamn fault. All your fault. And you was aware about the letter. The dispatcher was. Because I messaged her. All she told me, they supposed to put them on. Okay, and when you tell me they supposed to put them on, I'm thinking you're going to put them on in the proper place. That's what you have. They square up there for, to put them in the proper place. Now, some of them had a square, some of them ain't even got the square no more. But you already know where they're supposed to go. See, the Romulus, and see, this is where they put their foot in their fucking mouth. This is where they fucking messed up. Now, you done told him they can only put them on standing height on the sides. Okay, that's no problem. Make it easier for us to get them off. Okay, but what about the rest of the trucking companies that is following the rules and putting them up high like they're supposed to, that's bringing those containers in there? Because you yourself told me other companies coming there with containers. You ain't the only one. What about them other trucking companies that's coming in there with them in the proper place? And that yard is not taking them off when it's unloaded like they supposed to. Okay, now who's supposed to take them off? So that's going to fall on the driver. So how do you expect me to get them off if they ain't standing height? That means I'm going to have to ask for assistance. Assistance needing a ladder? Or maybe that yard dog. You see what you done here? You see where this finna go? You see how this done backfired? And it slapped you back in the fucking face? This shit is pitiful. And now here it is, I got an Uber back playing games now. I'm still trying to rent a car. I booked a rental to pick up today. They done already called. We ain't got no cars. Then, bitch, keep your ass off the motherfucking site. I'm tired of that damn shit. And my Uber driver today take me back. I said, I tried to avoid all this. I tried to be an Uber driver. Couldn't get no cars. She said, well, I got this one. Everybody getting cars but me. So I'm going to have to take this step higher than the ones I've been complaining to. Because I'm tired of this little sick-ass goddamn game. You're not going to keep putting me in a position where I'm about to get evicted, end up homeless, my income is interrupted over some nonsense that you setting up. You know damn well hell where the fuck them goddamn placards supposed to go. You know damn well hell you take them loads down and they get put on a goddamn train. And you know damn well hell why the hell they supposed to sit up high. I'm tired of this shit. And then now I got to find a job real quick. The owner of the truck gonna call me and ask me what happened. Like he don't already know. You already know, because they done told me they called your motherfucking ass. Gonna call me and play like he don't know. You already know. What the hell you texting me anyway? What the fuck you texting me for? You already know. I knew this shit was being set up. You gonna use a hazmat issue to get me fired. What you finna do, this shit about to backfire in your face. Because if one of them trailers that you dropped at the rail yard got placed on a train and it's obstructed, that shit gonna come back to you and you gonna pay that motherfucking fine. And I hope they refer to my damn video. So you don't try to place that fine on the goddamn driver, try to make it his fault. No, that was you. They told me it was okay. But the guy had already refused me to load. He don't want me to pick up the load. I get back to the yard, I find out I'm the only one there with a hazmat to pick up the load. Uh-oh. You fucked now. Now your load got to sit there. You got to get another company to come get it. You got to get another company to come get it. They said I was the only one there with a hazmat that could take it over the road. You got to get another company to come get it now. That's where you fucked up. You put your foot in your mouth. Who gonna take them off? You still gonna need assistance. You think all of them coming in at standing height? No. That's only y'all doing that bullshit. You up here trying to change the way they supposed to go to suit your needs. And you gonna get somebody fined for it. It ain't gonna be me. You know why? Because y'all bitches terminated me. Did me a favor. Good luck.